The purpose of this speech is to inform you about the mass incarceration of African American males. Sadly, as myself being a African American male at 33 years of age, I have a better chance of going to prison than I do graduating from this university. African American male between the ages of 19 to 35 have a better chance of going to prison than graduating college. I first found out about this phenomenon through a book I read a few years ago by author Michelle Alexander. The name of the book was The New Jim Crow: Mass Incarceration in the Age of Colorblindness. Now, this book opened my eyes to a lot of things that I kind of could see in through media and through my job. Say I'm a former police officer and corrections officer, so working in the jail system and being a police officer on the street, I could see that I was encountering and locking up most of the time African American males between the ages of, for me, it was mostly ranged from the ages of 20 to 28. Uh, Oldest maybe 35 in this, talking about this particular area, this particular age group rather. And so this phenomenon really hit home for me being a black male. I saw how you could literally go from one day to the next, to the next, to the next, and I don't think you would encounter would be black males. I mean, what's really going on here? Is it really a systemic problem, or is it a cultural thing? One thing I do know, being a black male, I don't listen to rap music, but I know that rap music glorifies going to prison. For some reason, they feel like if they can get street cred by going to prison, which is just obtuse to me. I don't understand it. So this matters of grave importance to me, being a black male falling in that 19 to 35-year-old age range. What can we do to reverse this criminal justice system as a whole? We are losing so many young African American males to prison and to street violence, gun violence, or just we're losing our young people at an alarming rate. And if you're not alarmed, I dare say, check the bulb. Check what's going on in you, because I'm seeing people dying every day. I live in close to Jackson, Mississippi, and I know for the life of me, I'm trying to understand why every night I'm seeing 2 and 3 people murdered falling in this same age range. If they do make it to prison, that's a blessing, because the alternative is death. So what is really going on? So we're losing so many African American males to prison and violence. Is the prison system really rehabilitating these young people? Once they go in, get a murder charge, or they get a armed assault charge, or whatever the case may be, the prison system was designed to rehabilitate those that were incarcerated. I also read some alarming facts in a book I read about 3 years ago, approximately, by a guy who has a very hard name to say, Jawanzu Kunjufu. He said that in 2001, the African American male population was incarcerated at 35% higher rate than anyone else. That's among Caucasians, Hispanics, that's among every group. African American males were going to prison 35% more than every other group combined. Also, one of the things that he stressed in another book, The Conspiracy to Destroy Black Men, was media coverage with its biases and with its negative coverage of African American males, that it would literally soften harden the jury or potential jurors to the African American male. So media coverage was bad, and also the subsequent media jargon the African American male is bad. What is going on with this generation? All these different negative things that were coming against the African American male. There are many contributing factors to why African American males are in prison today. Some of which are, in the year 2000, 35% of those entering the system had been in prior to the year 2000 already some 2 to 3 times. And yet, those people still became repeat offenders. They had already been in prison twice. So the prison system obviously isn't working. It's not rehabilitating. I know we say it rehabilitates, but it doesn't. I'm sorry. I've seen it firsthand. People go in and they come out better criminals. And lastly, African American males are 40% more likely to go to prison and to go to the workforce and be successful, or to go to college. Something is wrong with that, people. As I stated earlier, being an African American male myself at 33 years of age, I have a better chance of going to prison than I do graduating from Mid-America Christian University. Thank you, MACU. Until we meet again. Bye-bye.